Hey, what's up guys, my name is Charlie. Today we're going to be reacting to some more James and Mike Mondays, and it's going to be Paperboy for the Nintendo 64. Oh boy, this is going to be totally amazing because I didn't even knew there was a Paperboy for the Nintendo 64. Yeah, this is going to be quite shocking because I wonder what it's going to be like. Is it going to be like a polygon sort of game? Obviously, it's for Nintendo 64. It was the sort of polygon era. But I'm quite curious to see what sort of style they decided to come up with. Yeah, I've played Paperboy for the NES, for the Nintendo Entertainment System, and I gotta say, I absolutely fucking hate Paperboy. But not for the reasons you're thinking. I absolutely love Paperboy, and I absolutely fucking hate Paperboy. Let me explain. The game is so difficult, that I hated it so much for being so difficult because I wanted to beat the game, but the game is so difficult I couldn't beat it. It is perhaps one of the most difficult games I have ever played for the NES, which is Paperboy. Now I'm sure there's much more difficult games for the NES, of course, a bit like Silver Surfer. But for me, Paperboy was it. Paperboy was the most difficult NES game I have ever fucking played. Because it was like a slope, like a sort of half a screen. You got like the Paperboy on one side and the houses on this side, so it's like multitasking. And if there's one thing I'm not good at, it's fucking multitasking. Yeah, this is a very difficult game for the Paperboy NES, and I wonder what Paperboy for the Nintendo 64 is gonna be like. It's gonna be very interesting. So let's go. Oh boy, let's
Here we
see what
go.
this
We
game's
got
all about.
Paperboy 64. Have you ever played this before?
I've never played Paperboy 64. I've played the NES
Yeah,
Paperboy,
same
but
here.
never this one.
What do you think of the graphics?
Well, the people look very weird.
Yeah,
That's all I
It
have
looks
to
like
say.
shit. They look
Yeah.
like Alphaville.
Alright, we'll start with
It was the
yeah.
polygon era, so...
New Paperboy.
Whoa, what the hell is that? It looks like
It's
a
kind of like the same
weird
thing as the NES Paperboy.
It
It's
is.
just deliver your
dildo.
papers, except now we're in 3D.
Ah, I see.
Shitty
Well,
3D.
you know what? The NES one, it was a little bit of a 3D kind of thing going for it.
Yeah, it
It's
was,
sort of
wasn't
at
it?
like a,
Oh,
The
it's like at
slope
an angle.
angle.
Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And I always found the game to be pretty frustrating.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I liked it though.
I loved it
was
as
a game
well.
I liked,
I'd
but
agree with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I used to just get mad at it a lot
yeah,
of times.
same here. I loved it and
Hold
hated
L
it.
and then this thing comes up. I guess it's not too bad, but it's not good. I always liked the idea of the Paperboy games because the two guys fighting. I always
Wow.
liked the mischievous kind of games where you could just do some, damage. You just kind of,
Yeah.
you cause trouble.
You start shit, yeah.
So I would always throw the newspapers into people's windows.
Have you gotten any newspapers into the mailbox yet? Oh, actually,
I can't tell what the mailboxes are.
well, the
Yeah,
blue-
that's
like, there's
pretty
one right there.
difficult
Oh.
to
You just got it.
see
Okay.
what's
Yeah,
what
see, it
in
says
this.
2 out of 6.
Oh boy. Uh-huh. But you know what? The NES version was kind of fun when you got a newspaper through a window.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. In the good old-fashioned glass smashing
There's one coming up.
noise.
See it? Right there. That. Yeah, you didn't edit that.
I can't tell what I'm looking at, tell you
Yeah.
the truth.
There's one right there.
It's really
Okay, you got
difficult.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you can. Maybe you don't have to actually throw it at the mailbox. I think you can just throw it at the house.
Reminds me of the Simpsons
Like
hit
maybe
and
it's more
run sort of
points or something
graphics.
if you get it like in the mailbox. But
Uh-huh.
Even though they're not that bad, but I'm just
And I don't
saying
think
it's
they're all
sort of
customers
same
either. I
style
think
it reminds me
Some
of.
of them are, you know.
right,
Hmm.
they're non-subscribers.
But there is something about it that's just
That
anti-intuitive.
that
It
is
just
like a
doesn't,
weird
uh,
sort of
Well,
dog
that's why I remember
dildo thing.
hating
What the
it
hell
when I originally
is
got
up with
it
that
when I was
map?
a kid because just exactly what you're trying to explain. It's just there was something about it.
You can't really
It's just
tell what
it's just
everything
kind of
is.
shitty.
Hmm,
It's kind of shitty, yeah.
kind of shitty.
I think it's a lot to do with the graphics. That
Hmm.
Well, the graphics they're so
it's
blocky.
really blocky.
I mean, N64 in general was pretty. Everything was like a polygon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Resident
it
in
was the
particular.
polygon
Well,
era.
they are going for
Hmm.
some kind of art style, like to make it look a little weird.
Like
I
cartoons.
guess,
Like, I
yeah.
almost imagine it to be this like
It's
sort of Frankenweenie 1950s
Yeah.
sort of American neighborhood.
Looks like the neighborhood in Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, there you go, like something like that. It just has like a weird
Like, you
style,
go over
but
to that one. There you go.
I think I missed
Yeah.
it. but it looks really shitty.
Look at that.
Yeah,
I
it's
like what they're
just,
trying to do. Like, it's a weird looking car, but it's
it's just,
you know, it's.
it's just
They didn't quite get it.
yeah.
I would like to see it.
Like if they would have made this
redone.
game for like a little bit later than this, it probably
Yeah.
would. Like if this was for like GameCube or like
Yeah.
Dreamcast,
And have they made?
It
any
could
more
have, it
Paperboy
could have
games?
I think
pulled it
after
off.
this one they gave up.
Oh, did they?
Because they were like, all right, well.
It would be pretty awesome to see one.
I gave up as well.
You know, for Xbox
Uh.
One.
Oh
almost
god,
like
not
at
the
this point,
Xbox
though,
One.
it's
Don't
just
put
delivering
Paperboy on the
papers
Xbox
in a
One.
video game
There'll be
that you have to
lawsuits
make
up
a
the
whole
ass.
game out of. Because you have a game like Grand Theft Auto
Yeah.
5 or something like that. It's almost like a side
Nintendo
mission
would
just
sue
to
Xbox.
deliver some papers.
You're right. Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like,
That would be one part of the game.
yeah, they can't even.
Or
I can't imagine
Microsoft.
like a whole game for like PS4 or Xbox One.
I just knocked a kid off of a tricycle or something.
Damn.
See, even
Bat
knocking
that
somebody down,
kid to
it's not
death
as
with a
fun as you'd think
newspaper.
it would be. And I remember that being a big part of the NES game was just seeing how many things you could damage with the newspapers.
The NES
Yeah,
game
that
also
was
had,
pretty
like, good
fun.
sound effects and like I can just hear that
It had
glass shattering. in
Yeah,
my
the
mind.
glass
Yeah.
shattering. That's your
And it's weird to
dreams
think that, like,
shattering of
we're
beating the
sort of
fucking game.
praising the NES game over this.
Yeah.
But the NES game is not very good.
it was not.
It was difficult as shit,
Wanna
but
give it a try?
fun
Yeah, that's
difficult.
right. So,
Made you come back for more.
these
What
are
is
the
he
fireflies. Fireflies,
Oh,
apparently.
fireflies.
They look more like golden coins.
Yeah,
They do, don't they?
Fireflies.
I think I got them all.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
That's probably
job.
the easiest one since it's the first.
This one weird-looking Paperboy.
It's so fucking weird.
What's that, a
Taking
moose?
Shit.
Yeah, that's a moose taking a shit. Well, they look like
I'm
zombies.
at
What
least
the
trying
hell's
to
going
figure
on
out a way
there?
to have fun, like a way to just, you know,
Bug around.
goof off, but there isn't really much you can do.
Yeah, it's...
Like, they're,
Oh,
I like when you hit the kid on
it's
the
like the
shoulder.
Roger the Rabbit car.
I almost got a kid
Yellow.
on tricycle
Or
again,
tricycle, whatever.
but then it like curved and it made me
Mm.
go that way, so you can't even.
Yeah, that's what I
Damn.
hate. I wish they would just let you like go around however you want.
That's cool that he's delivering to a Halloween.
That's
town.
pretty cool,
But
yeah,
they
the
definitely came
style
up with
was...
a lot more stages than in the NES one,
Mm.
because
Yeah.
the NES one was just there's the Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah. But that's quite impressive. It's a Halloween
This
style.
one's
It's,
kinda
Yeah,
it's
this
pretty
actually
cool.
It's a good idea.
Mm.
I mean, but it's still.
It
looks
mixes
pretty
that up a
shitty.
bit.
It's almost like basically get as close to the building as you can before throwing it.
Yeah.
That way you know you're gonna hit it.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Alright,
boy.
only one more. If I can just get this.
Oh boy. Oh,
Alright.
nice. Well done.
Boss level.
New boss level. What the hell's gonna be the boss?
Oh.
Frankenstein, obviously.
How many Frankenstein parodies are
Ah,
there in the
Jesus.
Oh, in the world.
world? Like this is yet another Frankenstein parody.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the most imitated characters of all time.
Yeah.
Well, they definitely tried some different things with Paperboy, I do have to say.
Yeah, they was
Now you're like
tried something different, I guess.
gotta
They
hunch
really
back.
tried. But still, the game looks...
The angle's terrible.
Still,
There you go.
I mean, the game looks a bit...
This is a pretty shitty.
I don't
boss
think it's-
fight.
Wow. Where
for me.
Even did Frankenstein go? Oh, there he is.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Well, I didn't know the Frankenstein monster would be in the game.
Frankenstein
That
monster.
I'm
I've
definitely
never seen this
surprised.
before.
So when
Everyone
you had
calls
this
it the
game,
Frankenstein
I didn't
monster,
even
which-
make it to this. You didn't even
Frankenstein is actually
I
the
thought it was
doctor.
so shitty that I think I played the first 2 stages and was like, fuck this.
That was it. You just gave.
Yeah.
It was so bad. You just gave up.
Alright, so that's
Oh
what you...
boy.
You gotta try to knock out the electric things as quick as possible. That's what's going on.
By the way, look at what is going on in this scene.
Yes.
We have a room in a castle where there's a guy riding around on a bike. There's a hunchback going around on that thing. There's a Frankenstein monster.
Yeah,
a
this-
scientist, and all these electrical things going on.
Your electrical
And
things
his head
going on,
does
yeah.
look
It's,
like a
it's,
butt.
yeah, it looks
Butt
like
head.
Jim Carrey's
Oh, that's Paperboy
chin.
64.
Damn. Okay, that's the end of the video. That was Paperboy for Nintendo 64. And I gotta say, it was a bit weird, Paperboy for being on the, Nintendo 64. But from what I've seen, You know what? It looks okay, it looks decent, but I wish they would have waited a while to release the game for the GameCube. A bit like they did with, you know, The Simpsons Hit and Run or something like that. You know, the same. They could have upgraded it a bit for the GameCube. So they could have done some additions, made it a little bit more superior in some ways. So it's a shame that it was released on Nintendo 64 because... You know, if they would have waited a little while, it could have been on the GameCube, and I think it would have made a good addition for the GameCube if they upgrade the graphics and the style and all that. So, I haven't played the game, so you know, but from what I've observed, Paperboy Nintendo 64, it looks pretty decent. I mean, it's bad, obviously, but it looks okay. Something to for nostalgic purposes of owning a Paperboy for Nintendo 64. It makes a good sort of game collection, so to speak, because you can crack out Paperboy Nintendo 64 cartridge and go, hey, look, have you ever heard of this one? Oh, I never knew there was a Paperboy for Nintendo 64. That's pretty cool. So it is nice to have it as a collective, so to speak. And I guess it is a bit of a nostalgic purpose to it. Yeah, I prefer the Paperboy NES, even though I absolutely hate Paperboy for the NES, and I absolutely love Paperboy for the NES. It truly is one of those love and hate relationships. It's so difficult that I love it, and I hate it for being it so difficult. So it really is a complicated thing. I hate it so much that it won't let me defeat the game, but I love it so much for being so difficult. It really is weird sort of tangulation, so to speak. Yeah, I don't think I can explain why I love Paperboy for the NES and hate it so much for the NES. So it is a bit confusing, I can understand. But for those who understand what I'm trying to get at, you know, you probably hate a game so much that you love it so much. You know, it's a hate and love sort of relationship. You can understand if you've gone through it. Play Paperboy for the NES, okay? You will understand what I'm telling you. You gotta play it to understand it yourself. Yeah. If you like this video, make sure to give a like, comment down below, make sure to subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.